I was recently informed of Makeover Monday. And Makeover Monday is really quite an interesting thing. This is run by I believe Andy Kriebel and Eva Murray, and they run Makeover Monday. They provide data sets, and people will then use that data and create reports, or dashboards, I should say. That was also a point of what I wanted to discuss, because the difference between dashboards and reports. And so before we get into that, try and take part in Makeover Monday. I'm going to try and put in some effort myself. You don't have to do it on Monday. I see people posting it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which I probably will just for time. But it'd be great to get some Power BI reports in there, and make it not completely Tableau. It's not us taking over. When I say us, I mean the Power BI community. It's for data people in general. So try and have a look at Makeover Monday. But what really has fascinated me is this different way of approaching data. So for me, the difference is this. In Power BI, we seem to work very much on this is my screen size, and I'm going to create something that fits in my screen. This is the report. This is how we are presented in our PBIX file. We can of course adjust that screen size, the size of the page, if you will. But we create something that fits there, and it's very, I would say, data driven. As in, we provide data with minimal text. So this is one of the reasons I found it so interesting to look at this Tableau way of working. I mean, many of you have probably seen this already. If that's the case, then fine, cool, you know. I've worked a little bit with Tableau, but not for quite a long time. And the approach was never what I've seen here on Makeover Monday. So I really enjoyed getting this like fresh approach as to how things work, how you can do things. Whether or not you like them or you choose to try and bring an element of that into your work is, of course, completely up to you. But it's always nice to see different approaches. I'm going to start with this one from Makeover Monday. And first of all, one of the things that drives me crazy in Power BI is this huge bar that we have across when we have this published report, this huge bar we have across the bottom. And Tableau doesn't have that, which is quite nice. So we hit this. I do find it curious as to why I'm not giving like a full page report. I don't know. It's by the by. I'm just curious. So yeah, this report created by Priya and Padam, this dashboard is interesting. It's basically, you've got your big title here, so you know what exactly it is that you're looking at, and it's got some text, and yeah, it's visualized in a really clean way. And the only thing I'm not sure about is it took me a minute to kind of work out why you had some grayed out and some green, but you click on this here and you get your slicer, and then, oh, 1 second, is it going to go to a big size now? What's happening? I'm so confused. You click on this slicer, worked before, okay, that was weird. And you can choose your item. So if I choose from rice paddy to whatever spinach, then the green thing is going to be now my spinach. It's not green because it's spinach, it's just, it's coincidence. Now I have vanilla. So I have basically, you can see where it stands. Each point, as it says here, each circle represents a crop type. So here we have maize. So if I were to select maize here, then this one would be there, your maize. It's clean. It's interesting. There's not a huge amount to it, and that's by no means a negative thing. It is kind of, for me, an infographic more than a report or a dashboard. And I've always kind of had this feeling, in general, I said I don't really like the discussion because it's just not particularly necessary. But in general, I would say, what's the difference? I would say the difference is, I would always say Tableau is a much better tool for creating infographics. Someone asked me to create an infographic at work last year within Power BI. And my answer was like, yeah, I can kind of try and do that, but Power BI is not really the best tool for infographics. I did it anyway. It was okay. But visually, Tableau is nice for your infographics. I mean, I'll show another one in a second, which is more infographic-y. It's clean. It's smooth. It looks tidy, I would say perhaps from a data perspective, it's not so, you're not really seeing a lot other than the fact that this is, you're seeing like a trend, what's more. That's just, so fine, this is what you want to achieve, and it achieves it well. Really interesting. So I'll go to the next one now, and this was, not this one, rather this one. Okay, this one I found very interesting. Because, this is, if someone gave this to me in a Power BI report, I'd be like, what are you doing? But this is really, it's a story, right? So it's, it's saying this is the problem. I'm not going to read all the text. I won't, but the gist, So you're going through, it's got the text of, issues, and then present some data. This is maybe more like it's like a news article, And it works well because you have this clean layout. It looks like a website. It just looks like a regular website. Kind of, it's got some information or some text, and you got your data to support the text, and then it makes another claim, and then it has the data to support the claim, and then this is quite annoying, by the way. I'm not sure what's going on here. Don't like it. What happened there? Try again. Yeah, data to support the claim, and then more, and then, so really it's a story. It's really taking you through, and then it's, call to action. Click on this on the WWF site and all the visualizations seem to be, at a quick glance, really appropriate for what you're trying to show. Nice. I've never seen anyone create a Power BI report like that, because that's not what Power BI reports are. They are reports, and these again are more dashboards, infographics. I like it. It's cool. This one's a bit different. I mean, I'm not here to judge people's work or say this is good, this is bad, but again, it's a page. It's a one page of data. You have big tile, so a slicer here. I'm not going to use it before it kind of was quite slow. Text and information. So certainly more basic than we had the one that we just looked at. But you see, it's like a website. It's not a report. It's somewhere between an infographic and a website. I think it's done really nicely. I like it a lot. And I really enjoy that if you look at this, it gives you, again, even if you can't use these ideas in Power BI, even if you can't say, okay, I'm going to replicate that, because I don't think it would work. I could be wrong, but based on the structure of how Power BI is working, as in we have this, and when you embed Power BI, when you open a Power BI report, it's quite often, I mean, we don't have this, it's got a very clean look to it. But again, ideas of what you can do, I like the concept of having this with just the everything blended in other than the slicer. In general, it's big title, data, big title, information, slicer, see the data. This is only 3 examples, I understand that, but so far from Makeover Monday, I've been happy. that I've kind of been exposed to it, if you will. And based on that, I would say if you have a chance to go to Makeover Monday, then do so. You can just like scroll through and see what people have been creating. Of course, I mean, not all of these are some fantastic, and some random person. Sorry about that. Not all of them are of that style. So I mean, this one, for example, is more of a I would say report style for sure. This is the one that we just looked at. This one. But yeah, this is of course just linked to the report. Size is curious to me. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or it's been planned to be that size. I'm not sure. A Tableau person can tell me maybe. Oh, the good thing about mushrooms is that they don't take much room to grow. Points for the pun straight away. Text heavy, you know? Fine. There's not a lot to it. You have information here, sugarcane, and mushrooms and truffles. And I would say maybe it's not, doesn't hit out at you, but again, if it's not trying to do it, if it's not about, you know, going into depth of information, reading some text and then supporting the claim with the data, it's a different way of looking at it. And like I say, I enjoy it. And yeah, it's strange to do a Power BI based video to look at Tableau reports. I understand that. But we do this difference between reports and dashboards. People always say, "Oh, can you build me a dashboard?" Like, no, but I can build you a report, because in Power BI we build reports, right? And if you create dashboards from elements of those reports, and I would suggest probably in Power BI the dashboard is the weakest element because it visually doesn't particularly look appealing and it's all stuck together. Whereas Tableau has a different approach where you kind of create the elements straight away into the dashboard. So maybe from that perspective, you automatically have more freedom as to how the structure of the report is going to look. Again, not saying one is better or worse than the other. It's just the difference. And so you get vastly different results. Cool. So I'm not going to go on about it too much, but again, the Makeover Monday is certainly, even if you don't want to take part, it's a nice hashtag to scroll through and have a look at how other people are working, what they're doing, and to get some ideas as to how you're going to maybe add some elements to your reports, or just to know what's going on out there. Yeah? Right. Hope it was helpful. Let me know what you think, and subscribe. Cheers. Take care. Goodbye.